Hi there, it's John from JVS. If you remember, I showed you earlier a MX50 and it was basically dead. There was no functions from the mixer whatsoever, and I said to you that they suffered withdrawals on the power supply. I also said, did I or did I not, that it had been remarkable for this MX50 to be working for the length of time that it had been working without the power supply going faulty. Some of them did have a common fault on the power supply earlier on. They were draw joints. That's why I found it astounding that this worked for so long. But in this case, it is the typical time problem of capacitors. Now, the problem with this mixer was down to capacitors in the power supply. The typical switch mode power supply that has defective capacitors. Okay, and just so that you might need to know, there's 3 capacitors in the primary oscillator stage around the oscillating IC. Change all 3 of them. In this case, the defective one was C18, which is a 27 mic. What voltage was it? It's a 27 mic at 35 volts. But change all 3 capacitors. Okay. Change C18, which is a 27 mic 35 volts. Change C11, which is a 1 mic 50 volts. And change C10, which is a 2.2 mic at 50 volts. Okay. And once you've changed those in the power supply, in the primary stage around the oscillating IC, I think you'll find that that will cure your problem. Just so you can see, I've ditched the mains connections, the live and neutral, and I've connected it straight through a lead. Makes it easier, gives you the you know, you can work on the board then quite easily without it being stuck in the inside the cabinet of the mixer, vision mixer. So here you go. I'm going to power it up now. There you go, bingo. And as you can see, it's all lit. Yeah, instantly everything is on. Right, so there you go. And the fan's running. That shows you how good the fans are, because you know, you're looking at something that's like probably 25-30 years old, and it's still working. This is when items were made to last, you know. Yeah, it's still working after all them years. The power supply is still running, and how brilliant. Anyway, thanks for looking. So there you go, 3 capacitors in the primary stage, and up it will run. Alright, so there you go. Thanks for looking. John from JVS Visual, the #1 service centre in the Midlands.